For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Welcome to another edition of the Focus program. My name's Paul Dingeman. This show appears in Marine City, St. Clair, each Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We have got a big show for you today because it's a big time of year and lots of things going on. Let's jump right into it and meet with the Civic Women's Club from Marine City, and they're going to talk to us about their holiday home tower. Lou Wegmeyer, always a pleasure to see you.
Yep,
nice to see you again. Patty Davis, welcome back. And down on the end, Jerry Packer just joined this fantastic group of young ladies to do good things for Marine City. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Who's going to start and tell me when it is and why it is, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, the home tour is always the second Saturday of December.
Okay.
So that'll be December 9th, and the time will be from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. It's an opportunity for people to have a chance to get into that holiday spirit by touring some of the homes that our homeowners have graciously allowed us to enter for this home tour. And it really puts you in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
It's really this is our biggest fundraiser. And as a fundraiser, the money that we use that will be generated through this home tour will be, number one, for our Riverside Park. The park is we call it right in the heart of Marine City. It's right downtown.
Nice park, very nice. You guys do a great job of keeping and maintaining it.
Thank you.
You really do.
It's a nice focal point. We've had weddings down there. People just gather to watch the freighters go by and have a nice time with it. So the majority of our funds, we do have long-term goals along with the short-term goals to really enhance the park downtown. And then there are charities and scholarships that we donate money to. So that's what we do with the money. This is a great fundraiser, and it's a fun opportunity.
How many years has the home tour been going on? Round figure.
This is
I think about 17.
Yes.
17 years. Wow.
And maybe longer than that, but that's as long as I can think.
Right. I know the feeling.
19.
Let's dive right into it. It's Saturday, as you said, December the 9th from 5 till 9. And we brought along some pictures, and if Jared will throw up the Frank Barnstead, we'll take a look, and you guys can. There it is behind us too.
Oh, there. That's what I wonder where it was.
Behind Jerry there. Go ahead.
Okay. Excuse me. This is really an intriguing place. It is indeed a very old barn, and for many years they have been working on it, and they finally finished enough for us to enjoy.
Do they live in it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
The first floor, second floor, and attic, it goes all the way up, 3 floors. So they're really excited about doing it, and they call it the Barnstead because it's still a barn.
Yep. So it was in East China Township, and they moved it to Cottrell.
Right. That whole corner is owned by one family and farmed it for many, many years, and some of the families still living as neighbors.
Okay.
So anyway, then outside they have a old corn crib that will have lighted that night, and it's just going to be an exciting thing.
Okay.
The house is very charming inside too. It reminds me of like a Hobbit house. I don't know, because it's just the way it winds up, and they did a great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we have next there, Jared?
Well, the McDowell House is located on Marsh
You got
Road.
the right one there? Yep, it is.
Yep.
And this is located on Marsh Road. And what's nice about it, first of all, our journey this year for the home tour is the furthest point south is the Barnstead house that we just saw. And then and that's on Marsh Road. So then you head north, and then you'll come upon the McDowell House. And that is, the family purchased it back in August of 2013. And it took them 3 years to be able to remodel and rejuvenate and to make it theirs. Yep. Some of the outstanding features of it, they do have a large deck at the back of their home that is actually 3 levels, and it overlooks a 1/2 acre pond.
3-level deck, wow.
Yep, and so it really, it's a wonderful place. I'm sure they probably have parties and all kinds of good things there, going there. Going into the home itself, there are 3 Christmas trees, and the one that's located in the family room is actually called their memory tree. And I think if somebody has never done this, it's a great inspiration for some of our people going on tour to go home and have all the ornaments from when they were children, from their parents, so that's a real fun tree. And so they do have 3 trees decorated throughout that home.
Okay. And next we have, what's the next house, Jared?
The next one is the Wilson home, and that's on Springborn. It doesn't look like it's got a lot of exciting things, but it's a dreamer. They've decorated it with so many of their collections. Both of them have hobbies that they've collected. And then the interesting thing will be the basement, because the man there took 2 Chris-Craft boats
And made them into a bar.
Made them into a bar.
That's just that'd be a
So the
work
whole
of art.
basement is very nautical, and people are really going to be surprised to see what he has done. But overall, it's just a really well-decorated home,
Okay.
and people are going to love seeing it.
All right, and the next one's on Putty Gut.
Yes, the interesting thing about this, the Lemasneys bought this home in August of 2012, but some friends of mine, they actually were the ones that moved the house, because it says in 1999 the house was facing east and sat much closer to King Road. They fixed the house up, it was really, really nice, and sold it to the Lemanskys, and then the Lemanskys, or the Lemasneys, have done a lot of renovation inside, even more, including the barn, which is 150 years old.
Oh my God.
It's an antique barn. Did such a nice job. You can see just from the street what they've done on the outside facade is marvelous, so it makes you really want to go inside and see what they've done. Speaking of wooden boats, they do, I think it's the husband and son, or some of the family build a wood boat every year, I think it is, and
Wow.
they put it for sale. Yeah, and the barn, I've heard, I don't know if, we don't know yet if they're going to be showing in there yet. Yeah, so I heard that that's something in itself, but
And
should be really good.
the final house is the David home on Point Drive. I thought it was, because it was the same color, I thought it was this house was attached to that Lemasney home, but it's not. But this is a
No,
separate one on
and
Point Drive.
unfortunately, the picture is not that exciting.
Right.
Although the double-car garage is a man cave. You
Well,
just
we
have
love
to-
those man caves.
Yeah, you just have to drive past it, and you can see the home in the background, and it's on the river. And again, when you step up to the door, it's not like, oh, really? You walk in, and it's awesome. They've done so much work inside. The funny thing is that they don't have doors on anything except the bathrooms and the closet.
Oh my God.
And it's open. You walk in, and you can just
That's
look up
really
to
the open concept.
you can look up to the second floor, and it's very, very open and welcoming.
Wow.
And they have really enjoyed fixing it up. I mean, they've done a lot of work on there. So again, it's something that people will really, really enjoy, and it's going to take longer, I might say, to do these tours, to do the tour this year, because some of these homes, or a number of them, will take that long to go through.
They're nice homes, and you
They're
want to take
just
your time.
have a lot to share and a lot to look at, and
Now, because it's winter, do I have to take my shoes off?
sure do.
Sure do, not a problem.
Well, no, not always. If you want to bring a garbage bag or something to put over them, but other than that, yes.
Okay.
No shoes
Do you
are allowed.
provide little
We provide
little
either
booties? You guys do that? Okay.
booties.
A lot of people, those you can tell are experienced, they'll bring slippers.
Okay.
And so they slip the shoes off, we leave them by the front door or whatever door they're going to exit, and then they'll wear the slippers. That's really ideal.
So this home tour will go on whether it's snowing or blowing or
Oh,
windy
yeah.
or raining or
Yes.
whatever. Okay, that's
right.
good.
It has.
Yeah.
So after we do the 5 homes, then you've got a couple more things added
Yes.
too. Go ahead.
Now, St. John's United Church of Christ, they used to be located on West Boulevard. In fact, some of the people know it as the Sauerkraut Church because they make this wonderful sauerkraut every fall. And they were located on West Boulevard for over 116 years. And if you've been to that church, it has several steps that you had to go up to enter, and then right away you'd go into the basement, and there was several steps down. So the nice thing about their new location, they went and they purchased on North William Street, the former St. Mark's. And what's really nice, it's conducive for everyone. Everyone can come because it's the one level. And I was just talking to Georgia Phelan this morning, and she was telling me how they went up in the attic of the old church to clear out, and they have all these Christmas decorations, and they're so excited to be on the home tour. Sure, the church off.
Yeah.
Yep, and we're going to have our Christmas Santa will be there, Chris Kringle, and he will also be a part of the event there at the church.
Good.
Yeah, and just to note that, as you mentioned, you don't have to go in the order that we have them here. It's whatever works. It doesn't matter. You can go to the church first, or if you want, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, there's a
Whatever
map
works for
that's
you.
included, so
Okay.
yeah, you can just go wherever you want.
And the final stop along the way could be the Community Pride and Heritage Museum.
Yep.
It's a great museum if you haven't been there.
Well, what's so exciting, having been born and raised in Marine City, how many people will tell me, well, I haven't gone in there yet.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. I took my kids in one time when they were littler, and the Independent Press was a hometown paper.
Right.
And they have all these bound issues. So we were looking through it, and all of a sudden, here's my engagement picture. Well, back then, news was very sparse. So here's an 8 by 10, so when somebody got engaged, man, they really talked about it.
Right.
And it was fun to see, to go through there and to see birth announcements and graduation pictures, high school pictures, that just the newspapers itself could be a one-day trip. But the members of the Pride and Heritage Museum are so excited to have us not only as a station to buy tickets, which is what they've usually done for us, but they're inviting in and they're decorating, and the artifacts of Marine City. It's just an exciting, like a walk back into history. Find out about your family and neighbors and so on.
And if you go there before the home tour, you can buy a ticket for the home tour at the
You can
the
buy a
Pride and
ticket
Heritage
there,
Museum.
yeah.
That's correct.
Also, Vera Grace, Sweet Tooth, Susan's Fashions up in Port Huron, and Parkside Printing,
Yes.
which does all your printing for you. So,
Right.
Okay, what else have we got? We got to remind people that it's Saturday, December the 9th from 5 till 9, right?
That's correct.
Have we missed anything?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to let people know that we have a Facebook page
Oh,
that's
great,
up.
right.
So make sure to go on and like it, Marine City Civic Women's Club. We try to have all our events there, let you know what's going on.
There it is, right there.
Yes. See, we're advertising the tour now. We also have, we'll take pictures of the park so you can see kind of what's going on, like the arch right now. They have beautiful white and blue lights.
Yeah.
I took that a couple days ago. The city puts up those lights every year, and we kind of decked it out with Christmassy, and we try to do seasonal stuff.
Yeah, looks
but the
great.
flowers are always like just so gorgeous, and we work hard on getting it looking good. So yes, like that, I wanted to also just remind people that if they're interested in a club membership, that information will still be on there too, but I can just say Lou would be the one to call. The number is 810-765-0248, or you can email her at lwedgemeyer@yahoo.com. And if you're interested in having your home on the tour next year, a lot of people are very excited. In fact, they're disappointed that they can't be on it again for a while. Our next event coming up, which will be on our Facebook page, is the 5th Annual Wine and Culinary Experience, which is a very popular event, and we sell out fast. It's at the Little Bar on February 12th. So.
Wonderful. Well, you guys have done it again. Another wonderful holiday home tour. Marine City, Saturday, December the 9th, 5 till 8. Lou, congratulations on getting the job done again. Patty Davis, thanks for the
We
pictures.
feel real proud.
Nice
when
seeing
we
you
can-
there, young lady. This is a good tour. You should not miss it. It's
A good
well
way to
worth.
showcase Marine City.
Say again?
Yes.
A good way to showcase
Yes, good.
Marine City.
Good way to showcase
Because we do
Marine
have
City.
a great town with so much stuff.
Got some great homes in that town too.
Yes.
We'll be back with our next segment in just a second. Here, as we said at the top of the show, and some great things are happening. One of the things that's happening is a play up at Enter Stage Right, which is called, let me get the name again, It's a Wonderful Life. Is that a brand new play? Mr. Mike McCartan
Nice to see you,
plays
Paul.
one of the roles, and Marty Snarsky, nice to meet you, who plays George Bailey, are here to talk to us all about this traditional, wonderful Christmas play. Gentlemen, welcome, and tell me what's happening. When is it happening?
It actually, I'm not sure when we're taping this, but it actually opens the first weekend in December and runs for the first 3 weekends in December on Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday matinees.
Wow, you get 4 shows a week.
That's correct.
Wow, and I can add. That's even better. 4 shows a week, and the play is a traditional Christmas play. Anybody that doesn't know about it, tell them.
Yeah, it was a movie back in the, I guess, 50s, thereabouts, with Jimmy Stewart playing the role of
Right.
George Bailey, a Frank Capra classic show about good versus evil. Ironically, I'm evil, Marty is good.
It's typecasting.
It is a little bit, and I actually, you know, when you think about banks today, et cetera, it's about a fellow who runs a bank and gets into trouble, and there's another banker who wants to take him over, and is glad to see the trouble that he's in. And George Bailey has the help of an angel, and so that's a kind of an interesting, clever twist.
So how do you like that role?
Oh, it's pretty good. I've known Mike for a while, so it's very easy to see him as being a very evil person.
A lot of the rest of us have known that for a long time.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. You know, all the different people that my character meets throughout and help him on his journey or complicate his journey. And just the, you know, the play itself is just, it's a great story. I can see why it's such a classic.
It touches family, it touches life, and as you said, it's you know, part of what's going on right now in today's society too.
Yeah, and I mean, the concept is that, you know, in George Bailey's case, he gets to the point where he thinks that the world would have been better off if he was never born.
Right.
And, you know, he has this angel to talk to him about what it would be like if he wasn't. And, you know, and I think the point is there, we all make a difference. Sometimes we don't even know we're
Right.
making a difference. And we are important to somebody somewhere along the line. And too often we forget about that. And Clara, in the movie, actually the angel is Clarence, but we have Addie Lee from Marysville, who's a young lady who is playing the role of Clara, who is, as George describes her, a diminutive little angel working hard to get her wings, and but really softens the storyline. And the kind of the greedy parts are part of life as well, but in the end, good triumphs.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, it better triumph in the end, huh? So the play is at Enter Stage Right. Talk to me about where that is and how we get tickets.
I'll leave that up to Marty here,
All
George
right.
Bailey.
Enter Stage Right has actually been around as a theater group for 10 years. They would perform throughout the community.
From here, St. Clair.
Yep, the Will on the Water.
Right.
And well, about a little over a year ago, August of 16, they have a permanent home now at the Citadel Theater, which is downtown Port Huron. They opened with Hamlet, which is apt since they're known for their Shakespeare.
Right.
And they've had a little over a year worth of seasons now. They have regular auditions. They just had auditions for their first part of 2018 season. They're very inclusive. They encourage people, all different kinds of people, whether you have no experience, you have some experience. They have workshops that you can be a part of. They're very passionate about the medium of theater and getting people involved. Whether it's on stage or backstage, they're always looking for people. They've got a lot of donors that they've support them, which they're very grateful for. So it's a good addition to the community.
Talk to me about you. Have you been in other plays?
I've been in several plays since college. This is actually my first one with Enter Stage Right, and it's been a blast. I really can't recommend it enough. I mean, the expectations are high, but the rewards are also high. But I've worked with community mental health, the players, CMH
Right.
players. I did some Port Huron Civic Theater shows. And
You love it. It's a passion of yours to get up on the hardwood and.
either that or it's maybe my masochistic tendency, I don't know. No, it's a lot of fun. And again, whether you're on stage or backstage, it's just so much fun regardless.
Great. And Mr. McCartan, we have seen you on stage for years. You've done a great job.
Thank you. Actually, I was Mr. Potter
Yes.
many years ago at Community Mental Health, and you know, for a guy who had to spend a career being really nice to people, whether wanted to or not, had the opportunity to be just the meanest son of a gun that ever walked the face of the earth.
That was typecasting in your case, too.
Yeah. Somebody said if it's not inside, it can't come out.
That's
And
right.
So,
I agree with you.
So there must be something in there,
That's right.
and hopefully
Way in the back.
Way in the back. Yeah, there was a cute story. My mother was alive. She came to see me in one of the plays where I was Mr. Potter. Afterwards, she was very quiet, and I asked her, so what'd you think of the play? And she said, oh, it was nice. And she's a very delicate woman. And I said, well, what did you think of Mr. Potter? I wasn't really fishing for anything.
Right.
And she said, well, it was a little bit disturbing. In her quiet voice. I said, really? Why was that? And she said, you sounded a lot like your father.
Oh.
So apparently I challenged some of that somewhere. But this is a great group. It's a lot of fun. Like Marty says, we've been together for a long time, and so we're very comfortable on stage. And
It's a classic. It's called A Wonderful Life. And one of the performances again?
They start December 1st, which is a Friday, then Saturday and Sunday matinee, and then the following 2 weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday matinee.
Okay. And tickets are available at?
they're available online at Enter Stage Right, or you can go to they have a little box office there in Port Huron and walk right in. But if you order them online, there's no exchange of paper. They keep track, and you show up and you let them know, and you'll be on a list. So it's the theater only holds probably 100 people or less. So
very intimate.
You be ready to feel like you're right on stage with the rest of the actors and participate. In fact, there might even be an opportunity to do that.
There you go. Throw snowballs or something.
You never know.
Very nice to meet you, Marty. Always
Likewise.
a pleasure seeing you, Mr.
Nice seeing you, Paul. Thank you.
And break a leg, both of you.
Thank you.
And have a great play. We'll be back with our next segment. Got lots of information for you today in just a second. We're back, and Santa Claus is coming to town. He's got a busy schedule all the month of December, but part of that he's going to stop, and you can have a photo opportunity. Talking to me today is George Hoyer. Nice to see you, George. Welcome
Same
to
here,
Focus Set.
Paul.
And Anthony Chamberlain, nice
Pleasure.
to see you. Welcome, both of you, from the Masonic Lodge, S Ward, number 62, from Smith's Creek.
Correct.
And you guys are putting on a photo with Santa event at
Yes.
the Lions Club here in St. Clair on which day? December the 9th.
December 9th, Saturday, December 9th, at the Lions Club, St. Clair Lions Club on the corner of St. Clair Highway and King Road.
Noon to 3.
Noon to 3.
That's a great idea.
In the past, I know I'm speaking out of line, George.
Go ahead, go
But
ahead.
in the past, we've done lunch with Santa for probably 10 years. And we're getting back into the area again. Last year we weren't able to do it, but this year we're back. And actually we're coming back a lot stronger than we were in the past. We have, I think there's 11 Masonic organizations,
Wow.
including the Lions Club of St. Clair, assisting us with this program this year.
Wow, so that they come together, the Masonic Lodges, from all over the area here, and
Well-
you're going to use the facility of the Lions Club.
Correct. There's two lodges involved with it, I believe. There's Marine City Council, St. Clair 12 Royal Archmasons, Romeo Commandery.
Oh my God.
The St. Clair River York Rite College, which is another organization that's involved. The Blue Water Scottish Rite Club, Maritime High 12 Club. Who did I miss, George?
Grotto.
Oh, yes, and also Nauru Grotto, which also meets in Smiths Creek.
And
Okay,
Creek Lodge.
what's going to happen? How do I have to pay, or what's the?
No, it's free to all of the children in the area that would like to attend. We're in hopes that we get about 100 children this year.
Wonderful.
Santa will be there. Looks like we're going to have a Mrs. Claus also. Each child will receive a gift. The little ones will also receive a gift from Santa in addition to the package gift to all of the children. We'll also be giving away a large stocking, or I'm not sure whether it's a stocking or a bag right now, of other gifts that will be raffled off
You guys do great
during
work.
that time.
That's great. What do you got there, George?
Well, we also will be raffling off for a second raffle is a $100 gift certificate. Now this may be used for a new bike or whatever the family can use it for. This has been going on now for 10 years. It was started by a couple of the fellows from the S-Ward Lodge as a off the spur of the moment project. And that first year they only had about 12 children. But the reason why they did this is that they heard that in this area there is a lot of homeless kids, and to help them out, they felt that this is the best way to go. So over the period of the years, and now that we're in the year 2017, the children will each receive, as Tony said, a large bag plus of toys, picture with Santa. Lunch is made of hot dogs, chips, punch, cookies.
You're making me hungry.
Right. All for a low, low price of $0.
Oh my God.
The only thing we ask is that everybody that comes brings a non-perishable item so we can donate it to a local food pantry.
Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, they should do that.
And the Santa comes right straight from the North Pole. And so is easy access to the St. Clair Lions Club. Is very easy to get into the parking lot. There's a lot of parking, and
Right on King and St. Clair Highway.
on corner of King and St. Clair Highway.
This is the brochure that's been all over town, in both Marine City and everywhere. Masonic Lunch with Santa, Saturday, December the 9th, noon till 3 o'clock at the Lions Club Hall. Free photo with Santa, and it's just a great idea.
Great. And there'll be a professional photographer there that will be taking the pictures, and these pictures will be given to the parents, and there will be no charge.
That's wonderful.
We also have the Demoli boys from Roseville coming in to assist with the food cooking and preparing of the food, and also helping with the cleanup and what have you afterwards. They've done that now for us for about, what, 4 years?
4 years now.
So it's a Demoli is a youth organization sponsored by Masonic organizations, and we're very pleased that we're able to do it this year with a much larger group of involved. It makes things a little bit easier because financially we're able to do more.
And that's a nice size hall, so there'll be, as you said, George, there's plenty of
Right.
parking, and they got a nice kitchen, so it'll be a nice event.
Right.
Well, we salute you. Have we missed anything?
No, I think we have covered everything from the beginning, and Tony is one of the original members. We have others that's still on it that was part of the beginning.
It was a great idea that started.
Plus their wives.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's involved, it's a family matter.
Yeah.
I mean, our Masonic organization is a group of individuals that their families work as hard as our members do. And it's always good to have that for everybody.
Okay. Tony, nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Very pleasure.
Thank you,
George,
Paul.
always a pleasure seeing you.
Pleasure to
You're
see
looking
you
great,
all the
my
time.
friend. And we'll keep tabs on you, young man.
All right.
Keep him busy, keep
Yeah,
him.
yeah, George is going in after, what, 50, how many years? 57 years?
Yeah.
57 years. He's
As a
going
member of the
back.
Masonic Lodge?
Yeah, he's going back in as the Worshipful Master again after 57 years.
Marvelous. That's absolutely marvelous.
So
Congratulations.
it's an honor to be able to work with him this year.
You got that right. Mr. George Hoyer, that's the guy we're talking about. We'll be right back with some members of the St. Clair Rotary Club, and they're going to talk about bell ringing here in St. Clair with the Salvation Army. We'll be right back. One of the pleasures of the Christmas season is to see nice people standing outside in the winter in the cold ringing bells. And that means that they're going to do some great things for the Salvation Army. Major Kurt Sheets, nice to see you. Welcome back to the Focus Set, sir.
Thanks.
You're here to talk about what the St. Clair Rotary does for you and for your organization, and what great things that the Salvation Army does all year long.
Well,
Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Nice to see you. Jerry Mason.
Merry
Ralph
Christmas.
Livingston from the St. Clair
Well,
Rotary
good to see
Club. Nice to see you both, gentlemen. And this is now a historic thing that goes on with the St. Clair Rotary Club. It's been going on for numbers of years. You said the other day, you alluded to it, it might be back as far as 1926 or something to have the bell ringing for the club.
Well, it's special. There's a long history of Rotary and the Salvation Army working together. There's a long history of Salvation Army majors being Rotarians.
Yep.
And there's a long history of our Rotary Club ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. Our club, I think, is about 93 or 94 years old. And the Salvation Army's been in the county for 133 years or 134?
133.
133 years.
Just getting started.
Just getting started. And so we've been doing it with the Salvation Army and helping out for over 90 years now. And it's really special because Ralph and I got put on this committee together when I first joined the club, I think, in 2006. When I say the club, I mean the St. Clair Rotary Club. And Ralph and I have worked on this committee together for over 10 years now.
Yeah. Great. Major, what happens with the money? What kinds of needs do you have this year as opposed to other years?
Well, needs are similar as in years past. We help people stay in their homes. We have a emergency assistance office with rent and utility assistance. We have a food pantry. We, like I say, help them stay in their homes if they need a little extra help. Got behind other bills and lights about to be shut off. We can help them keep the lights on and the water running, and
that's important stuff.
It is important stuff.
Times are better. More people are employed. The unemployment rate is down, but there's still lots of problems.
There's still lots of needs. We've served more people every year for several years, so the need is still there. We still need to help people, and the Salvation Army is there to do it.
Okay.
We need people's help to help others.
Ralph, your role in this keeping Jerry straight is that
well,
true?
you know, a lot
That's
of
true.
the organization ends up in my lab. Jerry's our promoter, and then he tells everybody to get a hold of me and schedule a time to come in and ring the bell for us. And we keep pretty steady for 3 weekends. You know, to go out there, we cover 66 shifts over the 6 days.
66 shifts.
Yep. So we're kind of flopping people all over the place, trying to keep them all covered. We still got room for some more ringers. If we've got some people that want to do that, we'd certainly, you know, entertain having some more people out there with us. So
Where do we ring at?
we ring at Neiman's, right in front of Neiman's grocery store. They've been very gracious with us for many years to be out there. We ring, and when the weather's really bad, they let us come inside by the doorway.
Really? I never knew that. I've always stood
We
outside.
don't tell that to everybody.
Oh,
It was for everybody but you.
yeah, I guess.
And usually they're pretty generous with their hot chocolate, but they're really been very gracious with us for many years to let us ring there. It helps out, and there's lots of traffic in and out of there. We see all our neighbors.
Mr. Mason, you were instrumental in getting some outside groups to help the St. Clair Rotary, like the sheriff, like Cornerstone Community Church. Tell me about it.
Well, it's we ring with Crossroads Community
Crossroads.
Church. Yep. Sheriff Tim Dolan and I started ringing together, and the next thing you know, we got the whole sheriff's department. The jail administrator, Tom Bliss, is a St. Clair Rotarian. We've added the St. Clair County Prosecutor's Office. Our immediate past president, Steve Gilliard, of course, is a chief assistant prosecutor there. And we've added National Honor Society students. We've had the middle school band, the high school band come out and play. School for Strings comes out and plays. We're talking with the Boy Scouts, so don't be surprised if you see some Boy Scouts out ringing. They will not be in uniform, but they'll be out ringing and supporting us. So we keep building these community relationships and give the community a chance to help and to lead. And really that's what Rotary does, is brings the community together for a cause and then achieves a goal or meets a goal so that other people can have a better life.
The goal this year is attainable?
We believe so. It's 381,000. That is down from last year, but we were a little shy in the last couple of years. So we put it down to where we think we can meet it, but we do need to meet it to meet our operating needs.
Okay, very good.
381,000.
Have we missed it? Let's talk about the times and the dates again. With the days you're going to be there.
Well, we do need to talk about something that is very important. Last year we did Christmas for 1,279 kids and about 658 families.
The Salvation Army.
Yes. Clothes, food, toys, gift cards, what people need to get through Christmas and to really enjoy Christmas and just be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Salvation Army will be doing that again this December 20th. That's our big delivery day when people come and get their stuff. And so that's where a lot of this money is going to go. 86 cents on every dollar given to the Salvation Army goes directly to those in need. And if you give in St. Clair County, it stays in St. Clair County. So it's very important that people know when they're giving, it stays local. You can designate, actually, if you give online. And there's also ringing opportunities. If you want to ring the bell for an hour, come on out and ring the bell. Bring your musical instrument. Music helps.
Okay. Yeah, right.
And right now, I think we've got both Saturday mornings lined up with some Christmas music. So that's always kind of a fun time to come in, see everything going on. The kids like to come and play. We like to see the Christmas music. But we've got 2 Saturdays involved. We're going from the 7th, 8th, and 9th of December, and also the 14th, 15th, and 16th of December.
All at Neiman's Family Market.
All at Neiman's Family Market from 9 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. Any final thoughts? Go ahead.
I create problems for him and I enjoy it. It's rather fun, but it wouldn't be Christmas without ringing the bell and seeing people and doing something for others. And so if you're a person who maybe you struggle with feeling the holiday spirit, or you want to have a meaningful Christmas, I think when you ring the bell for the Salvation Army, it really gives you a Merry Christmas and the people you help. It touches lives, it changes lives, and I'll leave you with this thought. We were at the national installation for the Salvation Army, and one of the commanders, I think number 2 for the whole world, got up and spoke. And he said the Salvation Army stands for love, acceptance, that all people matter, and all people have the potential to be more than they are. And that's what this is about. This is really what this is all about.
Good statement. Good way to end.
It's the truth.
Jerry
Merry
Mason,
Christmas.
always good pleasure. Ralph, nice to see you. Major, you're hanging out with some pretty good guys here that are going to try and help the Salvation Army here in St. Clair County. And we salute them for all their work, and salute you for all the work the Salvation Army does.
Thank you.
Okay.
We need everybody's help to get the job done.
Well, you'll get her done. You'll get her done. Coming up next, we've got Dave Fountain, one of our volunteers here at Channel 6, and he's involved with his mother on a project called Wreaths across America. We'll tell you all about that in just a second. We're back. Partial, there we are. We're back with David Fountain, one of our volunteers from CTV Channel 6. Been with me for 4 years already, haven't you?
Yes.
But you're a very active senior at St. Clair High School.
I am.
You are in the band.
Yep.
You're working with CTV Channel 6.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Swim team, Boy Scouts, 4-H.
Swim team, Boy Scout, 4-H.
Yeah.
Do you sleep at all ever?
Oh, never.
Good, good, good. But your mother and I met a number of years ago with you, and she was quite involved with a program called Wreaths Across America.
Yes.
What's it all about?
So Wreaths Across America started in 1992. Maura Worcester, he owns a wreath factory up in he owns a wreath factory, and one year he had extra wreaths, so he called around to Arlington Cemetery and was like, hey, I have these extra wreaths, can we donate them? So that's how it all started. Since then, every year you can purchase a wreath for $15. That wreath gets sent around to locations all over the United States. There's 1,226 locations in the United States, and they've started going overseas now. And so every third Saturday, this year it's going to be the December 16th. People gather together, and the wreaths are dropped off, and then we do a ceremony, and then you go and lay the wreaths on the headstones located at that cemetery.
Are there any local cemeteries that it's going to happen
Yes.
at?
The local one is the St. Clair Allied Vets in Port Huron.
Okay.
At that location, there's 925 headstones.
Wow.
Currently, we have 838 wreaths for this year.
And those headstones, how old would they be? Some of them from the Civil War?
We have expanded to the Civil War patch, and so we have Civil War, and then we have all the way up to current.
Well, that's wonderful.
925 headstones.
925.
Plus, there's a back memorial panel for bodies that aren't actually there.
So, do you need volunteers to work that day?
Yes, we would love as many volunteers as we can get. One of the local organizations has started providing hot chocolate and donuts. If you want to come by, and you can help volunteer, and then you can get some refreshments after.
How do I register? How do I?
You just show up. Just show up December 16th at 12 o'clock. We'll have our ceremony where we have memorial wreaths from different organizations, the DAR, the American Legion, Sons of the American Legion, and then we go into laying the wreaths.
And give us the location in case I don't know where that Allied cemetery is.
I don't have our exact address, but it's the St. Clair Allied Vets Cemetery in Port Huron.
In Port Huron.
If you go into Google, you'll find it.
Okay. You brought along about a 2 or 3 minute little video that explains how Wreaths Across America got started.
Yes.
And why don't we take a look at that now, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Awesome.
We'll take a look right now.
We have a saying here that you die twice. First when you stop breathing, and the second time when your name is spoken for the very last time.
When I'm out here, it's peaceful, it's relaxing, and I feel that connection with my son and with God.
You don't have to go very deep into a person's family to come up with a veteran.
The biggest fear Gold Star families have that their child will be forgotten.
Wreaths Across America is an organization that is like no other. It almost touches every person in the United States at some level.
Wreaths Across America at this point has become an incredible opportunity to teach what we are as Americans and what constitutes the goodness in this country.
Every veteran should be respected. They work hard for us.
We need to never forget freedom wasn't free.
Wreaths Across America started almost 27 years ago when my husband, who was in the wreath business, had too many wreaths.
We had about a truckload left over that year, which is about 5,000. I mean, we was trying to think of what we could do with them that would do maybe some good to some people. Thought about Arlington National Cemetery.
He's very patriotic. He just wanted to say thank you.
Out of respect for what we have in this country.
So it became a family tradition.
And it just struck a chord, I guess. It went around the world. This year we'll be placing about 1.6 million wreaths on the graves of the veterans.
The Wreaths Across America wreath laying is really, it's a celebration of life. That one wreath symbolizes one family that was able to smile because of the generous donations.
And you look at the iconic picture and grave after grave after grave and the vastness of it with wreath on every headstone. But then as you just visualize it, you draw closer and closer and closer, and you come to one name. And every name is as important as the other. Every name had a different story.
January 18th of 2005.
My older brother Billy served for over 20 years before we lost him.
He cared enough for his country and for others that he offered his life for them, for their freedom.
It's really important that people understand that Wreath Day is an event, but Wreaths Across America is a year-round mission.
We also place wreaths at 1,500 other locations.
My ultimate goal is to place a wreath on every single veteran's grave.
The whole remembrance tree started by just friendship with Gold Star families.
I didn't really get it at first until I stepped back. You hear all the noise in the background, and it's all the dog tags in the wind.
I look at his stone and it's like such reality that he's gone. But when I come here, the tree is living. And I feel like his spirit's alive in it, and it's comforting.
Their character, their sacrifice is not just our past, it's our future. And the foundation of this country was built on the lives of those men and women that we choose to honor.
That's a very good explanation of what Wreaths Across America is really all about.
It really is.
Now, what are you doing locally again? You're going to...
December 16th, we'll be laying wreaths at 12 o'clock. And anyone can come if they want, and it's just to honor and remember our military veterans.
And where is that taking place?
St. Clair Allied Vet Cemetery in Port Huron.
In Port Huron. So if I don't know where that is, I just go on the web and look up at the St. Clair Allied War Veterans Cemetery.
Yes.
And that'll give you the location, and at noon on the 16th
of December.
And do I have to bring any money? Do I have to?
It's 100% free.
But you do need people to help distribute how many?
We currently have 838. We're trying to get to the full 925 for this year.
That's just amazing. Just amazing. David, I salute you and your mother for that wonderful effort. And it's a lot of people forget about the veterans at this time of the year, and this is certainly a nice way to do it. David Fountain, ladies and gentlemen, that's the man from St. Clair High School, one of the students out there that's really active and does lots of things. That's about it for this edition, a long edition of the Focus program. We thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be busy again next week. Always a busy time of year, this time of in December, but we're glad that you're watching and glad that we can provide the information. Till next time, Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.